After the idyllic bliss of Easter Island, it was time for the rugged wilderness of Patagonia.
Patagonia is unlike anywhere we have ever been before. It is so remote and wild and full of beauty and adventure.
Our time in Patagonia was split between the Chilean and Argentinian sides. We got settled into estancia life with gauchos, enjoyed asados and horse riding, incredible scenery, and of course hiking.
Not everything went to plan, and we had a few travel disasters along the way. Please watch to follow our adventures and learn from our mistakes. We have arrived in Patagonia.
Yay!
At the end of the world, and we're just going on a hike now. We don't really know
Mirador Dorotea.
we don't really know where we're going, but we'll find our way.
Because this is just on the private land. Had to pay 5,000 pesos to a gaucho here, and he let us walk on his land and try to explain in a very strong Chilean accent where to go, and we'll see. Let's see where it takes us.
As you can see from our clothing, it's very cold and windy here.
Very.
So it reminds us of home, but
Wales.
thankfully it is not raining yet.
Yeah. We made it to the top and had our first panoramic view over Patagonia. Little did we know, this 3-hour steep uphill walk would be just a little warm-up for the monumental hikes ahead.
We checked into our hotel, which was a lovely converted stables, and enjoyed the view. After a steep walk, it was the perfect place to unwind. We would recommend staying in hotels close to hikes, as the distances in Patagonia are huge, and the earlier you can start hiking, the better. Little museum in the hotel showing Patagonian traditional life.
Yeah,
So-
just cooking a meal here.
Have your wife prepare all the food for you when you come back
The warmest place in the household by the fireplace.
from a long day on the ranch, looking after your cattle.
Which is, I think, the next room. Oh no, the next room is actually a bed. A little bed. So cute.
With the animal furs. Keep you warm. It gets very, very cold here.
It was then time to hit the road and drive down the famous Ruta 40 to the Torres del Paine National Park and prepare for the first huge hike early the next day.
We got up at 6 a.m. to start the hike at sunrise. The trail to Mirador Las Torres forms part of the famous W hike circuit, and people come from all over the world to tackle it.
You start in the early light, legs fresh, spirits high. The walk starts off gently with river paths and wooden bridges, but then it quickly begins to steepen. Make sure you take loads of water and energy snacks with you.
Also, make sure you prepare for all seasons, as the weather can change rapidly at this altitude.
There is also a circuit which takes 3 to 4 days, which most of the hardcore hikers like to do. This one takes just about 7 to 8 hours.
Once you make it to the refugio, then you know you're through the first section.
You can sleep here in the stands if you prefer.
The final stretch is brutal. Rocks stacked like broken stairs, wind howling down from the towers themselves. The energy expended begins to take its toll, especially as the last hour is the steepest section of the hike. But please persevere, as the view from the top is incredible.
3 stone giants rise from an emerald lake and form famous W shape, which gives the hike its name.
As you can see, there was a bit of cloud at the top of the stones. This is luck of the draw, but generally the earlier you can start the hike, the better, to give yourself the best chance of a perfect view at the top.
The next day we set off with the plan to drive into Argentina and continue our adventure, but it didn't go exactly to plan.
A few moments later.
So we're in Argentina at the Glacier, and we had a disaster getting here. If you ever rent a car in Chile, do make sure that if you're going to Argentina or any other country, you need to basically get a special permission, which costs additional money, but money is not the issue. The issue is the time it costs to issue it. Basically, we didn't have it because we didn't know, because they didn't ask us and we didn't think to ask. And so it's a very long story how we got here, but we now have a new car in Argentina. And anyway, we only are here about 4 hours behind the schedule, which is amazing. So we're here at this fantastic glacier.
Metal walkways take you on different circuits down to the face of the ice cliff, where you can observe the carving effect of ice breaking off and sliding down into the lake. We recommend staying in one spot and waiting for this to happen. If you hear carving on one side and follow it, then when you get there you will just hear the carving on the other side and be chasing your tail.
The glacier was thought to be too big to recede, but scientists have unfortunately confirmed that it has actually been in recession since 2022. This is a real highlight of any trip in Patagonia, and make sure you do not miss it. You can also take a boat on the lake to visit, but it's a more expensive thing to do.
After a long drive and what felt like an endless dirt road, we finally arrived at Estancia Nibepo Aike, a working Patagonian farm and small hotel tucked between the mountains and the lake. Here we lived like gauchos, rolling up our sleeves, feeding animals, learning traditional sheep shearing, done by hand with scissors passed down through generations.
Some estancias are purpose-built hotels and others are working estancias, like real farms. We stayed in both and highly recommend staying on the real working estancia if you can, to get the authentic experience. Nibepo Aike is one of the only estancias located inside the national park, as the new ones are not allowed to build.
The estancia was founded by Croatian immigrants and named after their daughters Ninin, Bebe and Parota, a beautiful legacy still alive in the family today. We shared a traditional Patagonian asado, not beef but lamb roasted over open flames.
Then it was time to ride, settling up and setting off to explore breathtaking landscapes on a horseback. Staying at estancias can be costly. It is expensive, no hiding from this, but it's really worth an investment if you're coming to Patagonia and really want to understand what was it like for the first settlers of this land, meaning the first European settlers. It's really good to get to know the locals.
The next day we took a hike through the forests with our lovely local guide Agustin, who decided to leave Buenos Aires and pursue a gaucho lifestyle in Patagonia. His passion for this land was infectious.
So, yeah, it's thanks to Agustino who brought us here and for us to see this beautiful. So over there is a different glacier called Glacier Dixon, right? Correct. Yes. And if you come to the Estancia Nibepo, then you can go horse riding with Augustine and trekking, and also follow him as a mountain gaucho on Instagram. On our way back, we passed gauchos herding cattle. Some of the finest beef in the world comes from these fields.
It was hard to leave, but we finally said farewell to Agustin and the warm-hearted team at Nibepo Aike and hit the road once more.
We traveled down the Ruta 40 again and stopped at the outhouse which Butch Cassidy and Sundance Kid stopped at on their escape from law. We stayed the night at the Estancia La Estela. This is not a working estancia but a purpose-built hotel. It has some fun activities such as horse riding and beautiful views, but one night is plenty here.
We stopped off in El Chalten town, which is like a Swiss alpine village, and we took a boat tour on the lake and rested up before our next huge hike. New day, new 20-kilometer hike, the Tres Lagunes hike. You can see the beautiful Mount Fitzroy, the highest mountain in Patagonia, gleaming in the sunshine.
So we've done a few hikes already, but today I'm feeling really lightheaded and I don't know, like blurred vision. Can't walk fast, I can't walk up the hill. I don't know if there is altitude or if I'm just unwell, something's gone wrong, but I'm really struggling. So we'll see how far we get. So far we're quite close by to the first stop, the base camp, before the climb to the Laguna del Tres. So yeah, we'll have to see, because I'm not feeling well and it's the first time. I wouldn't say I'm extremely fit to do an 8 to 10 hour hike a day, but I can do it. It just takes a bit out of me by the end. But this was from the very beginning. I was just feeling like it was too much. I wonder maybe it's the air is so clean or whether there is some altitude. Whatever. Not feeling well. Overall, hiking has been such a pleasant experience, especially here. It's very quiet. We started at 8. Okay, and we only came across 2 people, which we've left behind now. And I feel like we might even be the first people who are hiking this trail today. So I recommend staying in El Pilar and then hiking this trail early in the morning from 8 o'clock. The scenery is beautiful. The forest is stunning, as you can see around me. It's just something is off about the way I'm feeling, which is a bit strange. And the other explanation is that I just pushed my body too hard, too much. We've done a hike nearly every day, most of them very intense, very high up, and then going down, and my body may be just saying Sasha, enough.
Made it to the top. Another intense hike, 20 kilometers. Made it. This is the lagoon and Mount Fitzroy.
After enjoying the breathtaking views at the top, we made our way back down the mountain. On the way down, you can relax more and enjoy the views.
We finally made it back to the bottom of the mountain and checked out of our fabulous hotel, Hosteria El Pilar, where we were looked after by the amazing Cristina and Guillermo.
We took a bus back to the border, where we walked across to Chile and picked up our car, finally reunited.
On the drive back, we stopped off at the Mirador cave, which is on the way, but it is not particularly interesting, and if you don't have time, I would say it's definitely one that you can skip. We returned to Punta Arenas. Here we learned about the Selknam people, the indigenous custodians of this land, and said our goodbyes to Patagonia's southern edge. We rubbed the foot of the statue in the town square for good luck and to ensure that we come back to Patagonia. We have made it to the Chilean Lake District. This is a volcanic area. You can see the volcano in the background. Sasha is sitting on a volcanic rock. These are volcanic rock fields.
It's windy!
Very windy here. And this is the beautiful Truffle waterfall.
So we're driving on the volcano ash. Hello! Jack's driving as always, obviously. The designated survivor, the designated driver. Going to Laguna Verde in our very simple car. Just hope it will survive the journey.
Much like the UK Lake District, the weather is appalling. This is high winds, rain and hail. Beautiful views though.
A break from hiking. Whilst taking refuge from the terrible weather, we found a local ice cream shop where I, of course, made friends with the local cats. In the other news, we've forgotten my bag, which has a passport in it, in the hotel. So we need to go back. Obviously, as we're doing this trek, I'm stressing that they didn't steal my British passport. I do have my Russian one as a backup, but still would like to have my British one with me. One of the big learnings of Patagonia is to pack layers and make sure you're prepared for the hot weather, for the cold weather, for rain and for hail and storm. Jack, so say your phrase, your catchphrase.
We're closing in on the Mirador.
We're not.
The viewpoint. We're always closing in. Every
Well.
step we take is a step closer to the Mirador.
So the famous monkey puzzle trees. They're quite cool. So we're here. We've arrived and we can see amazing views. One of the best I've seen. An amazing Laguna Condores. Yeah, just beautiful, beautiful nature with the mist coming down. Just really worth it actually, this hike. What do you say, Jack?
Beautiful views over the lagoon. Don't forget, guys, if you're coming to this national park, no defecar, which means no shitting.
Yes, please don't shit here. Literally. Don't do it. Today we had our first failed attempt to get somewhere. Tried to go on the trekking, but the park we were going to, it's closed on Monday, so always check that. Never thought that, both of us never thought that national park could be, nature park can be closed, but whatever, it's closed every Monday. Might try to get there tomorrow before the fly, but instead we decided to do a bath day, just a relaxed day without candles. It's glorious sunshine, natural bath, so very excited for that.
After the thermal baths, we enjoyed some Spanish food, and then it was time to say goodbye to Patagonia as we prepared to fly to our new home for the next 6 weeks, Buenos Aires. Patagonia was truly a magical experience where we really connected with the nature around us. It will definitely not be the last time that we visit.
Please join us for the next video in the Paris of South America and the capital of Argentina, Buenos Aires.